Hey everybody, Arashi here, back again with another upload, and for this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit something different. Usually I'm a Star Wars guy, but today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 most anticipated games going forward all the way up to about 2025. Doesn't necessarily matter about the year, but anyway, let's get into it. So number 1, obviously I have GTA 6. I just made a video about this a couple days ago when a trailer dropped, and I honestly, who isn't excited for this game at this point? Obviously there's a lot of people who won't be, so I'm not going to speak for everybody here, but I'm going to at least speak for myself. When I saw this trailer, I was literally freaking out. Me and my friends been playing GTA 5 ever since I can remember, or not GTA 5, GTA ever since we can remember. GTA was honestly one of the first games I was introduced to when I was a little tiny kid. It was one of the games that I always heard of and that was always reoccurring. As well as I've also played Vice City, all those other games, San Andreas when I was really young, all that stuff. It kind of introduced me to the world of GTA, so this game is going to looks exciting. Glad to be coming back to Vice City. And the sheer amount of detail that's going into this game. I went over this the other video. Look how real the people look. Look how the environments are interacting with each other. Look how everything just feels alive in this game. It just looks awesome and it just seems awesome. Cannot wait for this game, although it's coming out in 2025. I cannot wait. I can't stress enough how much I can't wait for this game. I think this game will have game of the decade kind of potential, so I can't wait for 2025. Alright, up next is another game that's slated to come out in 2025, so 2025 is already going to be a stacked year, but this is Monster Hunter Wilds. If you guys haven't played Monster Hunter before, I recommend you guys get into it now. Seriously, Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise are some of my favorite games of all time in terms of, looting, grinding. It's one of those kind of games where it's really grindy, but it's the reward for grinding is super satisfying. Also, if you're into fighting giant monsters or even small monsters, this game is just for you. It is perfect. I know a lot of people don't really play Monster Hunter, but this one, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. This one seems to be open world. It's just something new that's coming to the Monster Hunter series, and it's basically just hunting monsters on a larger scale, way bigger than what we normally have. Usually we have about 5 different areas we can go to, and we can explore those areas, but this one just seems to be fully open world. I can't wait for this. This list is in no particular order, so you can honestly put this up there with GTA 6 almost for me in terms of hype and excitement. This game is going to be super duper sick. Monster Hunter Wilds 2025 is going to be a really stacked year, at least for me in gaming, I know, and me and my friends in gaming, and I just think gaming as a whole. So if you guys are avid Destiny players, all that kind of stuff, I recommend you guys pick this game up and just give it a try at least. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I've had a couple friends who don't like it, but anyway, let's get into number 3. Now this next game is another game that's coming out, and I think 2024, at least I hope, but it's Marvel's Wolverine. At this point, it's made by Insomniac, so I'm not necessarily expecting anything coming out since, they just dropped Spider-Man 2 not even 3 months ago. This game was announced back in 2021, so I'm really expecting to see something about it soon. I know it's been in development. I know, as I just said earlier, they just dropped Spider-Man 2, but I know for a fact that this game has still been going on in development because they have, obviously multiple teams over in Insomniac, but I think that this game is going to be great just due to the combat of Spider-Man and implementing Wolverine into that universe. I think it's going to be great. I hope this game is coming out soon, so hopefully we can get some more gameplay about it because I'm very excited. Now the next game up on a chopping block is a game that I am actually extremely excited for. All these games I'm really excited for, but this one, since I am a massive Blade fan from the not MCU, but Marvel in general, I'm a huge fan of Blade, and seeing that this game was revealed at the Game Awards was just absolutely baffling to me. I should have seen it coming since, eventually Blade did actually take up a bigger role, and I think it was the game Midnight Suns. I didn't necessarily play it, but what I've seen from gameplay, Blade actually played a major role in the story and a major role in the overall gameplay of what the game felt like. So I should have seen a Blade game on its way, but this was an absolute sick trailer to watch. Now, we don't know as much about the game going forward, obviously, since it was just a reveal trailer, not necessarily gameplay, but I just can't wait to see what they can do with the gameplay. This is made by Bethesda, Arcane Studios, who made Dishonored and Deathloop, so I think that based off the combat of those games, this game should be absolutely insane. But so far, I'm honestly loving the art direction for this game. It's definitely more of a straight off a comic book style, not necessarily made to look more like real life, but definitely, it's like a mix of both. It looks like it's real life, but at the same time, it's looking like it's jumping right off a comic book page at you. So I cannot wait for this game coming out in 2024, I believe. Now, as number 4 game on this list, I have Helldivers 2. This game just looks so freaking fun, and honestly, for me, it comes from a point of nostalgia just because it reminds me a lot of Starship Troopers when I was growing up. You guys know that movie, that silly movie about the aliens pretty much going on, are they killing insectoid aliens? That's exactly what's going on here. I'm not going to claim that this game was, made after Starship Troopers, but I think it obviously looks like it's heavily influenced by it, at least in my opinion. I don't know, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but anyway, this game looks extremely fun. The way the players are interacting with each other, the way they're helping each other, and the overall just look of the game, it has a lot of customization. I can't wait for this game because it actually comes out in just a couple of months here. Now, the final game that I'm excited for, at least coming in 2024, is actually Star Wars Outlaws, and it's not necessarily from a gameplay standpoint that I'm going to be necessarily excited for it. It's actually more of a story and narrative standpoint. As everybody knows who's already been part of my channel, I'm a Star Wars content creator, and it's always going to be Star Wars, so I want to see exactly where this Outlaws is going to head off to. And since she is an outlaw, I don't necessarily know the name of this character. I don't remember it. I have to go back and watch the trailer. But maybe since he's an outlaw, maybe we can run into Din Djarin, maybe we can run into Boba, maybe even Cad Bane. I'm just interested really to see how her story will tie into the rest of Star Wars and all the stuff that's going on right now. I kind of don't want it to be a one-off game. I want it to make a little bit more sense, from a narrative standpoint. Maybe she can do something big. And maybe she ends up becoming more of like, a prominent character, more on the bounty hunter side that, we were introduced to in Mandalorian season 1 and season 2, although it deviated a bit and kind of went its own way, but maybe she can add on to that outlaw style and the bounty hunter feel of Star Wars. Well, anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' top most anticipated games in the comment section down below. And as always, may the Force be with you and have a great rest of your day.